You don't have to learn how to trust. You don't have to learn how to shift. You're already doing these things. It's a matter of paying attention to what you're trusting in. It's a matter of becoming aware that you're already shifting. And it's a matter of allowing yourself intentionally and consciously to become aware of this so that you can know what is representative vibrationally of your true self, and thus then simply allow the manifestation to show you what the symbolic reflection of that state of being is. Does that make sense? Yes. Because physical reality is just a mirror. There is no physical reality except your definition of it. That's all physical reality is your experience of an idea. That's all it is. Does not exist outside you because there is no outside. Outside is just a concept that's inside your consciousness. There is no outside. It's just an idea that you have created in order to experience all that is in a particular way called the space-time linear game. And you create this concept called outside, and you project what is inside into this reflective mirror called outside, and create the experience of interacting with something else, something other than yourself. But it isn't else. It isn't other. It is you. And while you can keep playing this game in any way, shape, or form you want, it doesn't mean you have to stop playing the game. You can certainly play the game more consciously. Stop arguing with creation. If you were not valid, you wouldn't have been created. Stop arguing with creation. Because that's what you're doing. And remember please, the great paradox in the idea of self-invalidation. Many people on your planet, when they shrink into the idea of self-invalidation, think, based on what other people are saying, think that they are actually demonstrating humbleness and humility, when in fact it's the ultimate arrogance. I, out of all of creation, am unworthy. How arrogant is that? So you see, it's not even humbleness to feel that you are invalid. You are actually standing out in a way that is not in alignment with your true self and contrary to the idea of harmony and love. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, if you don't prefer to be arrogant, then stop trying to be humble. Just be who you are, and natural humility and natural expression and natural confidence will find their natural balance within you. And regardless of what anyone else chooses to say to you, you decide what's true for you. You can thank them for their advice. You can thank them for the idea and the opportunity to consider that you might not be valid. But I've done that. I've played that game. I've been there. I've done that. No, thank you. I am moving into something else. And at the same time, you can recognize that the only reason someone else would want to even attempt to make you feel inadequate is because they feel inadequate. And misery loves company. Do you understand?
Totally. Yeah.
So, recognize the game. Those that need to make you feel inadequate themselves. So have compassion for them and show them by your choice to be who you are, they can choose self-empowerment too. Not that they have to. And thus then by truly actually accepting yourself and allowing yourself to actually be who you prefer to be, that's how you help humanity. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that help you then?
Tremendously.
I'm working on trust even more.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
No, you're working on what it is you choose to put your trust in.
Well, I put my trust in the things that I'm doing, and I love
Well,
them.
then there you go. Then what do you need to work on? Remember, you're already trusting in something to be true. You don't have to learn to trust. You don't have to work on trust. You simply have to become more aware of what it is you choose to trust in.
Okay, then I choose to have this expand just like you're doing.
It will
And-
expand.
Oh, okay, then that's good news for me.
If you're doing what excites you,
Okay.
by definition,
Yes.
you
Oh,
will
I'm-
expand.
Okay.
And if you're doing what you love to do, that is your gift. And if that is your gift, then there must be someone in your world who is wanting to receive it. Because if it wasn't true that there were receivers, you wouldn't be interested and excited about giving that gift. So it doesn't have to be a goal. All you need to know is that the synchronicity in your life will put in touch with you those that will get something out of the gift that you have to give. It's just an automatic synchronous thing.
That's beautiful.
No one in your reality needs to learn to attract. No one in your reality needs to learn how to be abundant. No one in your reality needs to learn confidence. No one in your reality needs to learn to trust. You already trust 100% of the time in something to be true. The idea is that you never, ever, ever lack confidence. And you never, ever, ever lack abundance. It's that you can have confidence in lack and an abundance of lack. But you are still abundant. So again, the question and the issue is not having to learn to be abundant, having to choose what you prefer to be abundant or confident in. Because you're always abundant, you're always confident, you're always trusting. You can't help it. It's your nature. It's how you were built as a co-creator. So, let go of the idea that you're not doing what you need to do in that sense. It's not like you have to learn anything about the mechanism itself. You just need to awaken to the idea of how to use the mechanism in the way that's most aligned with your true self. That's all you need to learn.
Can we trust that every moment is perfect?
Every moment is perfect. It's just a matter of what you put your trust in that perfect moment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Remember, there is no such thing as a lack of trust. There is no such thing as a lack of confidence. There is no such thing as a lack of abundance. But there is trust in lack. There is confidence in lack. There is an abundance of lack. But you're always trusting something to be true. You're always confident that something is real. You are always abundant in something. So it's not about having to learn to trust. It's not about having to learn to be confident. It's not about having to learn to be abundant. You are already all those things. It's about where you put your trust, what you are confident in, and what you choose to be abundant in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that help you?
Absolutely.
And when you allow yourself to know that every moment is perfect, then you are defining every situation from a positive point of view. And when you define every circumstance with a positive definition, the only effect it can have in your life is a positive one. What you put out is what you get back. It's that simple, because there is nothing in life that has built-in meaning. The meaning you give it determines the effect it has in your life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that help you?
The perfect answer. Thank you.
Thank you for the perfect question.
How do we fully let go of fear and embrace self-love?
By discovering how it is that the fear serves you in your belief system. In other words, you don't hold on to a negative belief if you don't believe that it serves you somehow in a positive way, or at least what you believe to be a positive way. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, to protect us, keep us safe.
Yes, because if you have two choices, and you know that this choice might be empirically what you would actually prefer, but you're not choosing it, you're afraid to choose it, what that means is you've attached a belief to that thing that is actually representative of your excitement that somehow makes it seem to be the more dangerous choice. Mm-hmm. Now, if you didn't attach that belief to it, it would appear to be your excitement and you would act on it, you would choose it. So the question is, well, if I'm afraid to act on what I say is really my excitement, Well, what would I have to believe is true about what will happen if I choose it that makes me so afraid of choosing it? And then you will find out what that fear is, what that belief is. You'll identify it, and as soon as you identify it, you'll see it has nothing to do with you. It's something you picked up along the way. It belongs to someone else. You've stolen someone else's belief. You're a belief thief. Drop it. It doesn't belong to you. Let it go. It's not yours. But you have to identify what it is before you can do that, because you can't work with what you don't know. Make sense?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
You could change in the blink of an eye. It's up to you. The fact that you say you have to do a lot of practicing is a belief.
True.
Because remember, every change is actually instantaneous and total. But you can create the illusion that change is small and slow. But every single time you change anything, you're actually changing everything. It's just that you're changing everything to look like such a similar version of the last thing that you barely think anything has changed, when in fact the entire universe has changed. So when you begin to see yourself and change in a different way and know that you are literally a completely different person every single time you change anything, then you can decide to define who you are as that person, and whatever definition you decide is true for you will be the way you experience your reality. Even if you can still observe others doing something you don't prefer, doesn't mean that they have to have any effect on you whatsoever if you don't choose to be affected.
I get so confused. Like
Confused? About what?
about what's the truth? What's
The truth
the highest
is
teaching?
that all
What's
truths are true. That's the highest truth. That all truths are true.
Okay.
Understand there is nothing outside of creation. There is nothing outside of the imagination of the Creator. So anything you can imagine and anything you can create and anything you can do and anything you can experience is your truth within creation, because there is nothing outside of creation. That's the truth. Does that make sense? Your perspective is your truth. It may not be everyone's truth. Their truth may not be your truth. But the fundamental truth that is true for both of you is that both of your truths are true. For you. Make sense? That's the glory of the holographic structure of existence. The most fantastic and amazing thing about existence is that every single one of you have your own reality experience, and that for you, that reality is your truth. And the same can be said for everyone.
That's overwhelming.
Well, all
So,
right. That's your truth, then.
Yeah.
That you choose to be overwhelmed by that simple idea.
So that